I just finished with the tomatoes. Managed to use more than half of the containers that I prepared. Because tomatoes are so sexy, half of the greenhouse is already full of trays with tomatoes. I'm not complaining. Ooh, this is hot. Wow, sauna. I'm not complaining, but I just want to show you that I think I went a bit overboard with tomatoes. So I have 53 varieties and I did like 4 of each. Yeah, it's not that I didn't think it through, because I did, but this is just tomatoes. So 7 trays of just tomatoes. And you know, you got beef steaks, and you have medium-sized tomatoes, and you have plum tomatoes, and of course cherry, and super small one like currants. But I'm excited, and at the same time I'm kind of shitting my pants because there's going to be so many tomato plants. And I mean, I have the space. What I don't have is the trellises that they all need to grow happily and to produce the amount of tomatoes that I wish to see from them producing. So that puts a bit of pressure now on me to find a solution in the next 3 weeks maximum for the trellises. So we're talking about this section here up until here, because this is where I'm gonna just have watermelons with the garlic that's already established over there. A watermelon seems to like companion planting with garlic. I got 20 meters long times 8 rows of trellis that I want, well, that I need to make for cucumbers and tomatoes. Unfortunately, where I am at the moment, cattle panels are super expensive, so I don't think we can afford to actually buy cattle panels and make the trellises like that. Yes, it's a good investment in the long run, but we just don't have the funds now. That would eat into the apartment refurbishment and into our literally like our food budget. So need to find some alternatives, maybe just some wooden posts with wire in between. I got a lot of twine, so maybe that can be an option as well. I need to do some more research and see what people DIY and how they make trellises out of what, for little or no money. Hopefully like scrap wood and things that people throw out in the bin, and I can dumpster dive for some stuff and repurpose. And now I'm gonna continue planting. Tomatoes took basically half a day to plant, from preparing the soil to finishing them. I was slow. I mean, I think it can be done quicker, but it's a huge volume, and I was slow because I'm enjoying this process a lot, so I'm not in any rush to do it. I'm so happy that the cherry tree is in blossom now. This is the May cherry, and look what's happening there. Look at that bumblebee doing his good work. Don't worry, I'm not gonna come closer. Look at that beautiful bumblebee getting all of that nectar out. I'm so happy that, you know, they have a bit of variety now in food, more than just borage and dandelions and stuff. Yeah, anyway, if I manage to plant the cucumbers and maybe some experimental stuff, then I would be happy. I'm not even gonna hope that I'm gonna do peppers today as well. So cucumbers and some fun stuff like cucamelons and ginkgo biloba. You know, I got some cookie stuff that I'm gonna try to grow this year. So morning, just a quick observation that being here in the greenhouse at 7 in the morning and having my hands already in dirt is one of the best things in many years. And maybe this sounds crazy to you, or maybe it's gross, but I know those of you out there who dream and have been dreaming of gardening and growing your own food and being in very close proximity to nature, this is a dream come true. And I wouldn't want to be anywhere else right now than here with my hands in the dirt, making the potting soil and continuing planting the seeds. Just wanted to share that. Very important day today. I didn't film anything because we just got caught up in having fun. This is Tom, my best friend.
Hello.
Came to help me today. We planted more together than I planted the last 3 days. Proof that there is strength in numbers. I just wanted to make you guys meet each other. Tom, the community. Tom. And yeah, hopefully Tom is gonna come quite often, and if not help, just enjoy this amazing place. So now that you met each other, yeah, you say hi to Tom. Don't be like that, okay? Don't be like that, or I'm not gonna show you the squirrels anymore. Okay.
Hello, community.
Good morning. Today is the first day that I can actually consider a spring day. It's about 21 Celsius now, and it's going to be 25 today. So yeah, t-shirt and shorts, and it feels so good to have the sun on the skin at this capacity. Also, it's not just me that enjoys this, but all the flowers love it as well. They're all blossoming, and also some of the trees decided to become alive. And if I could only send you the smell of this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now that was plum tree, and there's another one next to him, but probably it's a different variety, a more late variety. We got another cherry here that sprouted some blossoms, and then that May cherry over there has been the earliest one to actually show us the beautiful flowers. Oh wait, tulips. The red tulips have opened up just this morning. I was here yesterday, but they were still quite like this, quite closed, but some of them have decided to treat us with their beautiful smell and looks. We got quite a lot of them here as well. Today is basically, hopefully, and it has to be the last day of planting. Let me get into the shade a bit so I don't blind you fully. So yeah, planting today in the 2 pots. I'm down to the last seed pods. Basically what I have left is herbs and flowers. I've directly sown some flowers when Tom was here, but today is basically, you know, the flowers that I want to purposefully plant here and there, so I know exactly what I'm planting instead of just mixing them and directly sowing them. Well, we have that meter on the sideways. I'm just going to continue planting these bigger versions of the flowers, and the herbs, just the usual, you know, basil and coriander, thyme, rosemary. Everything feels so much better now that the sun is up. There's so many butterflies today, like all colors, white and brown and red and all of these beautiful colors. It's nothing compares to the sun. Sun brings everything up. Yeah, everything is in full bloom, or almost full bloom, including these berries. I am not 100% sure what berries they are. Again, it's an year of discovery and exploration, but I am happy that there's so many flowers. They are getting pollinated by the bees and the bumblebees. And hey, if we're gonna love the fruits that these bushes are gonna put up, we're gonna multiply it, and that's it. Though I think this one, unless it's gonna start very late, it's quite dead. But I'll wait. It has a lot of things sprouting from the same body, so I'll be patient, and in autumn, after everything has produced and died down, I will clean it up and cut it down. But everything else apart from that one seems to be producing. So yeah, really happy with what we have until now. By the way, we got so much mint. Oh, it's literally growing through the water. This is why I keep saying that if you don't have a garden, if you don't have the possibility to grow a lot of your own food, just start growing some mint, because it literally you don't trust me, look, it's literally growing out of the water. Whatever. So this is the mint that I was talking about. Of course it's coming from the banks. Still, it literally lives in standing water. Look, it's like it's insane. It smells beautiful, it tastes beautiful, and it's all over this bed, and it's expanding, because why not? Not much growth yet, still no sign of anything basically, apart from the onion, which is pushing through. There's no Jerusalem artichokes. There's a lot of mushrooms, but I did check them. They're not edible. So yeah, there's some onions here and there coming out, but that's about it. Everything else probably needs a couple of days of this worm to actually sprout and become alive. But last thing I want to show you really quick, what I've done with Tom the previous day, because I didn't really film anything. We got caught into our conversations. Oh my, the greenhouse is so hot, even with both doors open, and to reopen the top one, so hot. We have planted up until now that whole row, this and a tiny bit here, but then I think today all of this side is gonna get filled up as well with what I'm planting today. So wish me luck, because I really want to finish with this. There's so many other projects that I need to get done by the end of May, mainly the trellises. So I need to get into the shade right now because it's so hot. I know that I've been wishing and wanting this for a long time, but this is ridiculous to jump from not even 7-8 Celsius, oh my god, to like 28 last I checked. But before I go inside and have lunch or something, because I am burning like crazy. This space is 4 square meters. I mean, this is small even by tiny living, tiny house, van life standards. So yeah, it does look like crazy place. But listen, for now it gets the job done. I keep my work clothes here. I have my food, my water, my FPJs, you know, my seeds, my filming gear. It's not much, it's not pretty, but it gets the job done. And honestly, I am very happy with this, and I couldn't wish for more right now. Literally yesterday we were here, because yesterday was Sunday, and Sunday is barbecue day. It's like, that's what we've been doing since we moved here, and I wish to keep it as a tradition or as a habit. So every Sunday, either just by ourselves, me and Monica, or with family, with friends, we come here, we prepare a barbecue, which is delicious, but mainly vegetables and a tiny bit of meat, as I mentioned. So yeah, yesterday we were here. It was a bit cloudy until like 4 or 5 p.m. and all the flowers were closed. they were still beautiful to watch because they were starting to slightly open, but not just yet. And this morning I was here like around 7:30 a.m. and most of the tulips were open, and the plum tree, this like wow that I've showed you in the morning. Yesterday it was all closed, all the flower buds were still in the protective green skin. There's not even the buds were unveiled, and this morning from the sun, everything exploded to life. Feels so good. That means that I need to, check my directly sown, directly planted things and make sure that they don't dry up. And it's a bit of watering for me, making sure that the greenhouse seeds are moist, not wet because I don't want them to rot, but moist. Early signs of summer, proper signs of spring, and everything is better with the sun. Mood is up, morale is up, ideas, creativity is high. I've been wanting to prepare that back space for the last 3 weeks now, but I could never force myself or master the energy to do it. Always in my mind, I'm tired, I got other things, priorities. And today with the sun, I've just juggled everything. I'm juggling planting. I had a meeting with the administrator of the gardens because we had to change the water meter. Every 5 years we have to change it, and this year is 5 years. Lucky us. Then maintaining the greenhouse and making sure that everything is moist over there. Directly sowing some flowers and herbs. I'm actually starting herbs in the tiny pots so that I can directly plant them and transplant them later and take them to the apartment so we can have a lush jungle of an apartment, so we can live in nature, not just here at home as well. And mainly herbs and aromatic plants that we can cook as well with, so it smells nice and it's welcoming and just a well-being place to be. Now, why do I feed the birds the old bread? It's not moldy, so let's put it this way, just dried old bread that we haven't used. Putting these feeding places all around the garden to get them used to this garden and get them used to me, so they see that I'm friendly, they see that there is abundance. And when they come for the bread, they always pick some bugs, they always pick some sprouts, they always get a full menu. It's the moist bread is just to attract them, to tell them, hey, there is free food here, come and take it at your leisure, friendly space, safe space, don't you worry, just come. So that they get used to this garden, and in the full breath of the summer, when everything is growing, everything is susceptible to parasites and pests and bugs, I'll have a whole army of wild birds, of beneficial predatory insects. I've already seen a lot of ladybugs, a lot of lacewing bugs that usually eat aphids. I've seen a lot of good predatory birds that are already establishing themselves here. And some wild birds already cracked some eggs, some blue speckled eggs. Not sure, maybe you guys can help me. I'm not sure what bird has this egg type in this eggshell. Hopefully this is not the neighbor's cat eating the eggs from the nest, from the wild birds, and this is just some tiny bird hatching. But why would the eggshells be here? Because I checked and there's no nests in this particular tree. Hopefully my plan with the feeders is gonna attract them. Long-term plan is to build nest houses in each tree. Long-term plan is to be proper feeders in each tree. That's why I've planted so many sunflowers and other plants that will produce some kind of feed for the wild birds, because I want to keep them here. I want to keep them happy. I want to keep them here in the winter if they're not migratory, and feed them and, you know, take care of them, because they always take care of us. Even if we don't ask, even if we don't see, they're always out there keeping the bug population under control, making sure that the ecosystem thrives. I need to pace myself. And I want to have a nap now, which is totally up for grabs. I'll have some lunch and maybe have a power nap. See you soon. Good evening. It's the end of the second of the glorious sunny days, and can you believe it? Today I finished planting everything, or at least starting my seeds, and I mean everything. It took about a week and a half, and it was so long, and I'll show you that by the time I finished today planting all of my seeds, some of the original seeds that I planted have already sprouted. So look at these beautiful babies. Look at my babies. Look at them. So nice. Now, the ones that have started already, that have sprouted, better said, are the cucumbers, and those specific ones are the sunflowers. Let me show you the cucumbers. And literally this happened. These are the cucumbers. That's about it. Everything else is still in the sprouting phase, but this is what I ended up with. So in the seeding pods I had about 800 pods in total, and I ran out of them, so I used some egg cartons as my starting pods, plus all of those you know, sprouting tiny flower pots. Just in the greenhouse I have about 2,500 plants at the moment sprouting, and after that, plus everything that I sprouted outside. Sorry, I just got distracted because, you know, I'm like, oh, a butterfly, boom, everything goes away. This greenhouse has its own micro ecosystem. Like, it's full of tiny bugs and all kind of critters, and then there's the opportunistic predators as well, in the form of this spider who's just catching all of them. He's like, oh, Pokemon's gotta catch them all. And they're under the plastic and they're everywhere, and they're on the, oh my god. Now this one I've been studying recently. I know it's a predator, it's a lacewing bug. So I'm leaving, especially these hot days, I'm leaving the doors open and the windows to the greenhouse, because we need airflow so that you know, everything grows and doesn't die and putrefies. Yeah, this is it. Yay me, we finished. All of our seeds, all of these beautiful things that I've always wanted to grow, now I finally started them. Don't ask me where I'm gonna plant them, I don't care. I just want to grow stuff, and if I'm gonna just give to the neighbors or give to my sister-in-law or make friends, give them for free to people, I don't care. I just want to grow those seeds. I want to make this place into my heaven, you know. Right now it's anybody's heaven, but I want to make it into my heaven. I'm not used to this, and everything is grabbing my attention. Thank you very much for being patient with my constant jumping topics and constant distraction with the birds and the bees and the bugs and the everythings. I don't know if I'm expressing this amazingness in a way that you guys can understand it, can experience it. Maybe I should just shut up and film more the nature and less of me. I don't know, let me know in the comments if that's what you want. I don't mind because there's so much to show, and this is just the beginning. It's just a couple of flowers and a handful of grass here and there, and just spring stuff, flowers, blooms, trees. But imagine when the full force of summer with the thousands of plants that I started are gonna be producing and blossoming. Imagine then. So there's gonna be plenty of things to show, plenty of things to observe, take notes. And with that being said, I'll leave you and I'll head home, so I get home before the sun is fully down.